Picture this. A woman comes with intense vaginal itching and thick white discharge. You check the vaginal pH and it's normal. Now tell me, is it bacterial vaginosis, is it trichomoniasis, or is it something else? If you said Candida, you're already thinking like an examiner. Vulvovaginal candidiasis looks easy, but exams don't test easy, they test confusing. pH traps, recurrence traps, treatment duration traps. First, how common is vulvovaginal candidiasis? About 75% of women will experience at least one episode in their lifetime. Nearly 45% will have 2 or more episodes. And only a small minority develop chronic recurrent disease. Candida is a dimorphic fungus. It exists in 2 forms. First, blastospores. These are responsible for transmission and silent colonization. Second, the mycelial or hyphal form. This form is responsible for tissue invasion and symptoms. 2 forms, 2 completely different clinical roles. Here's a fascinating point. In many patients, there is intense itching and inflammation, but only minimal invasion of vaginal epithelial cells. So, what explains the severe symptoms? The answer is toxins, enzymes, and hypersensitivity reactions. Symptoms in VVC are often immune-mediated, not invasion-mediated. This hypersensitivity phenomenon becomes especially important in chronic and recurrent vulvovaginal candidiasis. That's why some women have persistent irritation even when fungal invasion is minimal. Killing fungus alone may not solve recurrent symptoms. Another exam-friendly fact. In symptomatic women, Candida concentration is typically greater than 10 to the power 4 organisms per milliliter. In asymptomatic colonization, it is usually less than 10 to the power 3. Colonization is common, but disease depends on load. Now, who is more likely to develop symptomatic VVC? Antibiotic use, pregnancy, diabetes, and immunosuppressed states. In pregnancy and diabetes, there is a qualitative reduction in cell-mediated immunity, increasing susceptibility to Candida. Candida loves low immunity and high glucose. The most common symptom of vulvovaginal candidiasis is intense vulvar itching. Patients may also have a thick, white, curdy, or cottage cheese-like discharge. Other symptoms include vulvar soreness, dyspareunia, and external or splash dysuria caused when urine contacts inflamed skin. On examination, you may see erythema and edema of the vulva with adherent white plaques. The vagina may appear inflamed, but remember this clearly: the cervix is usually normal. Normal cervix, Candida stays in the race. Diagnosis is about pattern recognition. In vulvovaginal candidiasis, vaginal pH is normal, usually less than 4.5. The whiff test is negative. Microscopy may show budding yeast or pseudohyphae in up to 80% of cases. And the gold standard remains a fungal culture. Normal pH plus itching equals Candida until proven otherwise. So now you can confidently identify vulvovaginal candidiasis based on history, examination, and basic tests. In part 2, we'll focus on what really decides your score: treatment choices, complicated disease, and recurrent VVC. Because treating Candida correctly matters just as much as diagnosing it.